Well, in relation to the last discourse here, it's very upsetting when you feel in your heart that you just long to have a relationship that you used to have with someone. And you don't have it now because you've dropped out, perhaps on some issue you recognize. But perhaps you don't. You don't really know why. Why the relationship's gone now and they treat you as hostile. But you may know. It might be because, for instance, they have a particular religious or secular view now, which they may or may not have had before, and it became an issue. And an issue between you, in that you had difference of view here. And they reacted in a certain way that cut you off. And the cost really at heart is high to you. You value the friendship, you value the relationship, or you value the relationship that you feel there could be between you, but there isn't because of this issue. And somehow you can't do much about the issue, perhaps. Either because you don't know about it, you can't pin it down, or because it's fundamental to your welfare as you understand it. But at the same time, the issue itself, the difficulty, is an unhappiness to you. Well, welcome to the club. How much more does God suffer from this too? His children that don't even recognize him, or are hostile to him because of an opinion that is not valid. You know, it's because they're seeing him as some other God, violent, judgmental, unloving. Not because of any fault he has actually, but because of their misunderstanding, for whatever reason. It's a great unhappiness, in that there's a great desire by God for the relationship to be in fact good. But there are certain things God cannot compromise on. He can only deal with accordingly. So we are in a situation where things can improve. But even our willingness to be in this situation may not be there. So we're in this world, we know not why, and we don't like it. And perhaps we need to know not why, given our present state of self and mind and values, that we see what it's like without the realization of God. And we may find that's awful, or tedious, or without purpose, and we want purpose. We don't want it to be awful, we don't want it to be tedious. And we start to long for a situation in which goodness may come about. And he who seeks finds, and when he finds he values, because he was seeking. And he was seeking because he found he had a need after all. And that is found by being in this world of good and evil, without the hope of God, without God in effect in your consciousness and your value system. And you taste and see what it's like, and it's not good. It propels you to long for an answer. So you start seeking what that answer might be. And eventually, you realize it's God, not just someone else's God, but your God. And you seek to love and to bless such with all your hearts and soul. And where you find such views, such values, don't bring the reward you long for. Your values automatically change. Ideally for the better. If it's for the worse, then the pressure to seek something better builds up stronger and stronger, as is necessary, to bring you finally to longing for that which truly brings blessing, joy, peace, life, hope, meaning, blessedness, all goodness. You're in the way, on the way to heaven, we would say, and moving fast. Bless you. So God, in his loving kindness, allows this opportunity of you being here, or quite honestly in a place that's worse, that you may start to long for something better. And as you do, he tracks that down such, and he puts it in your path that you may choose it. And to him that chooses the good, well, more and more good comes. And to him that chooses the bad, more and more bad comes, that he may long to turn and choose to turn. But this is not done in some vindictive or horrible judgmental way. Not at all. It's because without it, you will miss the opportunity that's ever there of life eternal, fullness of life. And that would be an utterly appalling cost, unutterably appalling, to miss such blessedness. I wouldn't want to wish that on anybody. So, quite simply, thank you, Heavenly Dad. Love you. Thank you, Dad. My soul longs for you. My soul longs for you. Nothing else will do. Nothing else will do. This is said by our Heavenly Dad. And you, for you.